Imagine a night where a single decision could change the course of history. A decision that defied an empire and set the stage for the rise of one of history's most legendary figures. This is the story of Gaius Julius Caesar and the moment he uttered the immortal words, Alea Iacta est. The die is cast. Welcome to our channel, where today we dive into the fateful night by the Rubicon River. In the winter of 49 BCE, the Roman Republic stood at a precipice. 4 years, Gaius Julius Caesar had been campaigning in Gaul, securing vast territories and amassing a loyal and battle-hardened legion. His military successes had made him a hero among his troops and a figure of immense power and influence. But in Rome, his rise was met with envy and fear. The Senate, led by Caesar's rival Pompey, issued a decree demanding that Caesar disband his army and return to Rome as a private citizen. Their message was clear: return without your legions or face the consequences. To comply meant losing his power and potentially his life. To defy the Senate meant civil war. Caesar's campaigns in Gaul were nothing short of legendary. Over the course of 8 years, he extended Rome's territory to the Atlantic Ocean, subjugated rebellious tribes, and brought immense wealth to Rome. His commentaries on the Gallic Wars, written in a clear and direct style, served both as propaganda and historical record, highlighting his military genius and leadership. However, Caesar's meteoric rise disturbed the delicate balance of power within the Roman Republic. Pompey, once an ally, had turned against him, aligning with the Senate's conservative faction, the Optimates. Their fear was not unfounded. Caesar's popularity and the loyalty of his legions posed a direct threat to their authority. On a cold winter night, Caesar's camp was enveloped in a tense silence. The flames of the campfires flickered, casting eerie shadows on the faces of the soldiers. The Rubicon River, though small, marked the boundary between Gaul and Italy, and crossing it with an army was an act of insurrection. Caesar stood at the river's edge, the dark water flowing under the moonlight. His mind raced through the events of the past months. He thought of his victories in Gaul, his loyal legions, and the rising tension with Pompey and the Senate. The choice before him was stark: retreat and lose everything, or cross and face the uncertainty of war. Gathering his closest confidants, Caesar weighed the gravity of the situation. Each of them knew that crossing the Rubicon would irrevocably label them as traitors, plunging Rome into chaos. But to retreat, to surrender without a fight, that was not in Caesar's nature. Caesar's mind wandered through the memories of his triumphs and the loyalty of his soldiers. He recalled the siege of Alea, where his strategic brilliance led to the decisive defeat of Vercingetorix, the Gallic chieftain. He remembered the gratitude and admiration of his legions, men who had followed him through countless battles, trusting his leadership implicitly. As if invoking an ancient oracle, Caesar raised his hand and declared, Alea Iacta est, the die is cast. These words, like a thunderclap in the night, shattered the silence. He stepped forward, and his legionaries, their armor gleaming in the moonlight, followed without hesitation. The Rubicon lay behind them, and ahead stretched the road to Rome, the road to war, the road to destiny. In that moment, everything was decided. The die was truly cast, and the fate of the Roman Republic hung by a thread. Caesar and his army began their march toward Rome. They knew that ahead lay struggle, blood, and death. Yet, they also knew they were following a leader who had never known defeat. On that night, by the banks of the Rubicon, a new chapter in history was born, one that would change the world forever. The civil war that followed was brutal and decisive. Caesar's march on Rome forced Pompey and the Senate to flee. The ensuing battles saw Caesar emerge victorious, ultimately leading to his dictatorship and the transformation of the Roman Republic into the Roman Empire. The Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BCE was a key turning point. Despite being outnumbered, Caesar's tactical brilliance led to a crushing defeat for Pompey's forces. Pompey fled to Egypt, where he was assassinated. This left Caesar as the undisputed leader of Rome. His clemency towards former enemies and reforms aimed at centralizing the bureaucracy and extending citizenship helped lay the foundations for the Roman Empire. Centuries have passed, but Caesar's words still resonate. Alea Iacta est has become a symbol of decisiveness and taking bold actions that change the course of events. In our modern world, this phrase is more relevant than ever. Everyone faces moments in life when a choice must be made, one that determines the future. Whether it's deciding to change jobs, start a business, move to a new country, or undertake a significant project, these moments require the courage to take risks. Caesar's words remind us that sometimes we need to cast the die and move forward despite the uncertainties. Starting a business always involves risks. However, those who take this step often succeed due to their decisiveness and willingness to embrace uncertainty. Making significant decisions in personal life, such as marriage, having children, or relocating, often requires bravery and readiness for the unknown. Changing jobs or completely shifting career paths is always a step into the unknown. Yet, such decisions can lead to significant professional and personal growth. Artists, writers, and musicians frequently face moments where they need to make bold, unconventional decisions to create something unique and new. In each of these cases, the phrase Alea, Iacta serves as a reminder that to achieve great results, one must take a decisive step and accept the inevitable consequences of their actions. Just as Caesar stood on the banks of the Rubicon, each person at crucial moments in their life faces a choice. It is their readiness to take risks that defines whether these moments will be triumphant. The story of Caesar and his decisive action reminds us that sometimes we must cast the die and stride boldly into the future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales of decisive moments that changed the world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, remember, Alea Iacta est, the die is cast.